Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. In this video I'll be reviewing the Legacy GT. The Subaru Legacy often gets kind of forgotten in the mix of cars that we have. It competes with some big movers out there like the Honda Accord, the Toyota Camry, and then also I do believe that it highly competes with the Acuras of the world, the Lexus sedans. To me, this car gets very close to luxury, so I would say it's a near luxury vehicle. But like I said, it's not the most popular, and often people kind of skip it in their search for a car. So perhaps we can revive that, and hopefully you can learn a bit about a vehicle that maybe you didn't know so much about. So again, this is a Subaru Legacy. This happens to be the Legacy GT with the turbo engine. It's got a 2.4 liter turbo engine, making 260 horsepower, all on regular gas. So again, size-wise, this is about the same size as a Honda Accord or a Toyota Camry. What sets this car apart, of course, is the full-time all-wheel drive from Subaru, where other manufacturers make this car as a front-wheel drive or at most a part-time all-wheel drive system. With Subaru, it's still a full-time all-wheel drive. The GT badge here indicates the turbo engine, which, as I mentioned, runs on regular gas. That's another rarity. So it runs on 87 octane fuel, and most of the competition, especially when it comes to the luxury models of Acura and Lexus, often require premium gas, at least to run at the highest performance that's possible for the engine. So for us, it's still 87. Another thing that separates the vehicle is the ground clearance. So just like our other Subarus and some of our SUVs, we offer class-leading ground clearance. And in this case, I believe just over 6 inches of ground clearance. And when this model was first reinstated, I believe that was in 2020, it was marketed as the SUV of sedans. So that does ring true in my opinion. You can see there's a fairly good approach angle and departure angle, and the ground clearance itself is very generous for a sedan. So the Legacy is built on the same platform as the Outback. It's made in our Indiana facility in the US. And because it's made on the same platform as the Outback, the wheelbase right here will be the same as the Outback. The width of the vehicle would be nearly the same as the Outback. Maybe it's slightly different on the mirrors and the body, but it's the same exact chassis as the Outback. So it is considered a mid-size sedan. There are definitely some larger sedans when it comes to domestic vehicles and luxury models. But for us, generally this is considered a medium size, although for Subaru this is a longer vehicle. Another advantage of being built on this Subaru Outback platform is the stability of the vehicle, and then in terms of the body and how it's equipped, it's also one of our most softest riding vehicles, and one of the most luxurious ones. So this generation, as I've mentioned, we had since 2020, so it's already been a few years, and they've improved on it bit by bit over the years. As you can see, the car has, of course, the backup camera. It's got the rear backup sensors as well. Those backup sensors are also equipped with reverse automatic brake, meaning that if you're about to back up into something, the car will grab the brakes before you hit it, before you reverse into it. It's got 18-inch darker styled rims, and in these more recent iterations, Subaru it looks like they tried to make the GT trim level more sporty. So you can see the different color mirror cap. It's a glossy gray, pardon the dirt on the car, and on the front here you can see a very nice red accent. That's a rarity. That's something that Subaru doesn't do very often, but I love that they did. I love that they took the risk and to market the car to maybe someone that wants some luxury, but some luxuries, but also likes a bit of a flair, a bit of that sporty flair. Let's start here with the trunk. So in the Legacy, we've got a very decent sized trunk. Again, same platform as the Outback, so in theory, it's got almost the same length here of the trunk as the Outback. Of course, it's not as open because it's not a tailgate. It's a trunk, but it's about the same depth of trunk here, and of course the seats can be moved down by grabbing this. With the seats down, you'll easily be able to fit skis or snowboard or even a bike through. Let's start with the back seats actually, and I'll open it up here. So again, being built on a longer platform, this car is extremely comfortable. It's a very nice place to be in the back here. And this is the Legacy GT, the top of the line, meaning that it does have Nappa leather. So this is genuine, real leather, and it's an upgrade from Subaru's regular leather, being that the grain is very subtle, and the leather itself is very soft. It's very nice to the touch. The backs of the seats are upholstered in that as well. So a very nice place to be. Tons of legroom, even with the front seats moved to their backmost position. We've got the armrest right here, an extra large one, and you've got heated seats for the back passengers, and you also have the USBs, as well as the vents on the top, and I believe we do still have vents coming from the bottom right there. In the front here, you can see some of the marks of the top of the line, such as the Harman Kardon sound system, the memory seats. As I've shown in some other videos, we do also have the driver focus system that recognizes the driver's face and can set the seat and the mirrors to your preferred position. It will also warn you if you are looking drowsy or if you're not paying attention to the road. It will do a little chirp and ask you to pay attention. Of course, we've got the sunroof as well. LED interior lighting, which is nice. That's been a recent improvement. The seat is actually the identical seat that we have in the Outback. You've got full adjustability here for the front seat. And now extra adjustability for the lumbar support. You can go up and down as well as in and out for the lumbar support. You also have the leg extension right here. Now again, since it's the top of the line, nowadays we also have power folding mirrors. So let's check those out. So I press on the button here and the mirrors will fold in. Just like that. Let's see what that looks like. Now it is possible to set it so that when you lock the vehicle, they automatically fold, and vice versa when you unlock. Currently we just don't have that setting set up, but that's definitely doable. I believe we can also set it so that when you enter, the seat slides back, and then once it recognizes you, it kind of comes back to your preferred position. Now, being in the Legacy, it would be just as comfortable in the front here as it is in the back. It's very spacious. And also has cooled seats, being that it is the Premier. Nappa leather steering wheel. And just very good insulation. One of the things that separates both the Outbacks and the Legacy from some of our other cars like the Impreza and the Forester and Crosstrek is the extra little bit of insulation. The only sound that I'm really hearing inside is the sound of the cooled seats. Otherwise, it's super quiet and definitely feels luxurious. That's why I say that this car, to me, competes more with the Acuras of the world, maybe the Lexuses of the world, rather than Honda and Toyota. I wish that more people came to see the Legacy when they are shopping for those Honda Accords and Toyota Camrys. I bet that if someone drove it, they'd be very happy with what they're getting here. And price-wise, it's right in line with the Accords and Camrys, but you do get Subaru's legendary all-wheel drive, as well as extra bit of ground clearance and all the other great things that come with Subaru, such as the Boxer engine. So we've got heated steering wheel, of course, heated seats, cooled seats, full automatic climate control. We've got a wireless charger as well. The parking brake is a button, so it's a digital parking brake. We've got aluminum finished pedals. Push to start, of course, adaptive cruise control. The controls here on the steering wheel have been revised, so it's quite nice. You really have access to everything in terms of entertainment and everything on the right side in terms of cruise controls. You can also change the gears. It is a CVT, a Lineartronic CVT, but you can change the gears. You can put it into manual mode and change the gears via these pedal shifters on the right and the left. The car is quite powerful with 260 horsepower and, kind of reminds me of maybe something like a very well-refined, a luxurious WRX, something like that. So if you've got that dream to drive a nice and fast rally Subaru, but you actually want the luxury and comfort of a modern sedan and something larger like the Legacy, this could be the car for you. We've got blind spot monitor right here on the side. The rear view mirror with a compass, as well as the garage openers. The side mirrors as well as this mirror are self-dimming. We also have now the new eyesight system. It's a 4th generation eyesight system that has not 2 but 3 cameras now, which can see 50% wider than the previous generation system. This will do autonomous emergency braking. It will also do lane keep assist, lane centering, and adaptive cruise control. You can see the LEDs right here. In the video it looks like they're pulsating, but they're not in real life. These are steering responsive LEDs, so when you move the steering wheel, these swivel with the movement of the steering wheel. We also have LED fog lights. And a painted shark fin antenna on the top. So that is the Legacy GT. And again, one of our softest, sort of like most luxuriously driving vehicles. I think that's a word. So, kind of curious as to your impressions. Do you guys know about the car? Have you seen the Legacy GT before? In the past, Subaru's had the Legacy for a long time, actually, like over 20 years. And it is a part of Subaru's legacy, I guess. And the car has kind of changed shape over time. It used to be a bit more sporty. Now it's a bit more on the luxury side, in my opinion anyways. And I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. So yeah, let me know if you knew of the Legacy in the past, and maybe if you haven't heard of it in recent years, what you think of this new generation, what do you think of this current iteration. And the car is available. Finally, availability is getting a bit better. And this particular one is actually in stock. So if you are in Vancouver and are interested in it, please give me a shout out, a DM, or a call. You can Google me and find out my dealership. I'm happy to provide a test drive and give more details about the car. So that's all for today, and have a great day. See you in the next one. Cheers.